Hi, good evening, everybody. I hope you are doing good. Most of you already know this session is about talking about you, and this is Lacuna Astro's official channel. Here, our focus is on your chart and having a discussion about that. If anybody has any specific questions, this is the time they can use to ask their questions. So this will be around a 1 hour session, and during that 1 hour, we would try to cover as much as profiles possible. Generally, we cover around 10 profiles in a session. So as long as we have 10 profiles covered, right? I think that should be absolutely fine. During this 1 hour time, you are expected to share your date of birth, place of birth, and time. If you already have your token, then you can share the Lacuna token with me, and I can just access your charts using that. Hi Dimple, how are you doing? Hey, hi Abhishek, how are you doing? So as I said in the beginning, right, it is going to be a 1 hour session. During this 1 hour, anybody can ask any specific questions. I would request everybody to be very precise and ask very focused questions. Anything which is vague in nature or not having any solid grounds around it, right? I would not prefer taking their readings in the live session. If there is any contradiction, if there is anything which you disagree, you have all permission to contradict, no problems with that. And if I feel that it's a genuine case, then I would be requesting you to connect with me offline. That is very subjective. Only a few people out of 10, 12 profiles which you look into would be allowed to come offline. Only one or two, provided there is a contradiction. As long as there is no contradiction, we can stick to the outcome and wait for the suggested time in which a specific event is expected to be executed. So we do have first profile for today. And that is for Dimple. So you guys can create your own profiles. So Lacuna Astro is available on App Store and Play Store, and it's free application. You guys can download and create your profiles there. Once you create your profile, it allows you to look at your Kundli, look at your numerological chart, look at your LoshuGrid. So a lot of things are there, right, which you can just go and create for you. And that's absolutely for free. So I would suggest everybody to go and try that application also. If you have any specific questions which you don't feel comfortable asking here, you can ask that question in the app privately. And we can answer to your question privately. Means I can respond to you in the app itself, or you can just reach out to us offline as well. Provided the nature of the question is very sensitive, as long as it is something which you feel comfortable talking about, then I would suggest you to use this time to ask that question. So Dimple, this is your token. Please keep this token handy with you. This token is required when you come for any consultation. We have also now enhanced the capability of the live dashboard, which we access during the live sessions. Now it allows us to introspect horizon of 20 years. So we have a capability to look into 20-year time frame. But I would be using that only for the last person of the day, because looking into the horizon of 20 years in the live session definitely requires a considerable time. So we are not going to use that for everybody, and that would be only used for the people or for the specific profile which I pick at the last. Otherwise, everyone's profile would be analyzed for only 1 year horizon. So Dimpleji, I have given you the token. Please confirm if you are still there. If you are still available, I can just look into your chart. Dimpleji, please confirm if you are still there with us. Thank you, Dimple, for confirming. Just hold on. So Kavita, the question you are asking, right, is is something which I generally avoid talking about, right? Because when you say it's sitting in the seventh house, uh, there can be a lot of people who may have uh, Rahu sitting in the seventh house, right? But we don't know other aspects. We don't know other details of the Kundli in this specific instance. And we don't know whether you are asking it for you or asking for somebody else. But in general, there are a lot of predictions which can be made out of it. When I just pick up your question, then I'll just talk about it. So Dimple, your chart is here, and I can see a couple of things here. One is property related things would be either delayed or would have a bit of uncertainty. So that can be the possibility from the property side. It is also indicating that you can have a bit of challenges when it comes to your overall marriage life. So that is what I can see here. If you have kids, then majority of the kids should be baby boy. It is not entirely accurate, but this is what I can see in your numerological chart. Your question was related to property, right? Whether your stars are supporting for the property or not. So in that case, we are just looking for a specific scenario where when would you buy the property? No, Kavita. When I'll come to your chart, then I'll talk about it. But separation is not entirely decided by Rahu himself. Okay, so you can't just blame Rahu for separation. So that is what I want to talk about. But let's talk about it when I come to that point. Till then, hold on. So Dimple, your chart is not having any specific planets which single-handedly can enable you to have a property, right? So we are trying to see if there is a combination of 4, 11, 12 is being formed there, right? But we see that it is quite scattered. It is not been materialized through a single planet. So, and even the planet and the star lord and the sublord coming together, they are not capable of forming this specific pattern. So that means there has to be a very unique and significant combination in the dasha which should come together in order to materialize this. Now, if we look at the current time which we are going through, is Moon Rahu. Rahu is the time which you are currently going through. So Rahu is only one thing is being supported here, that is the expense part of it. But it is not giving any indications there because 6, 8, 12 is also being formed. So I would say that it is not supportive to that. What about Moon? Moon is also not very supportive. So you are not going to have any property related things happening during this time. So the time till May of 2026, most likely you are not going to have any properties sale or purchase. In case if you try to get that materialized, it would be a bit expensive deal for you. Maybe you would be paying far more than what is required, which is obviously indicating that it is going to be a loss making deal for you. So if you can delay this time frame, it is definitely going to give you benefits. But all in all, it is not giving absolute conditions, necessary conditions for you to have a deal which is beneficial for you. Even the next dasha is also not very favorable. The only condition in which you are going to make a purchase is somewhere, just hold on. Just hold on. 2027 October is the time when most likely you would be able to have a property. Before that, you can just try whatever you want to do. There can be disputes, there can be some unwanted conditions. So it all in all, it is not going to get materialized very easily. So 2027 October is what I think is what no the next the question you asked for was property ka kya mere stars अच्छे हैं and all that you asked for. So when you say that, I would look for whether you can have a property or not, right? So right now I'm just looking at whether you are going to have the property or not. So in any case of property related persuasion, if you are trying to pursue any property related things, that is going to materialize in 2027 October. Now, if it is related to your in-laws or it is related to something you yourself buying, I think I would include everything in it. So 2027 October is the only time frame when you are going to see some traction around it. Otherwise, anything else, if you're trying to materialize, will not be showing any positive indications. So, guys, I would suggest everybody to be very clear about your question in the very first ask. So, 2027 October is when I would suggest you to start seeking this option. Even right now, also you can try, but you would end up having disputes. Now, choice is yours. Let's proceed with Kavita. So, Kavita, as long as you can be a little bit more receptive to the relationship, right? It would survive. There are no clear indications that you are going to have separation. I'm just checking for divorce, the possibility of divorce in your chart. I'm not seeing what Rahu uncle has to do. Okay. So, because if you just go and look at the Rahu himself is not going to create the situation where you would separate. Obviously, the relationship can become a little bit more unusual, and that's a possibility. You can get attracted to somebody who is slightly unconventional partner, right? So I would not say that you can't really blame Rahu, and if it is sitting in the seventh house, then you can't just say that कि हाँ हाँ अब तो separation हो जाएगा. We have seen several charts there where the relationship is having dual possibilities, right? So sometimes they are very good, sometimes they are just having arguments with each other. So relationship has the more influence of the illusions, right, where things can make your thinking a little bit more hazy when it comes to the stability of the relationship. So I would not say that you should not look at just Rahu and blame him कि नहीं नहीं इनकी वजह से separation तो नहीं हो जाएगा. So we should look for the possibility of having a separation in your chart. So in your chart, the combinations are there, but they are not being formed by a single planet itself. So when there is a dasha of Mercury going on at the Antradasha level, I would suggest you to have a little bit of control over the way you communicate, right? The way you share your thoughts. If you are not having control over your thoughts, and Saturn also comes into the dasha, then there is a possibility of you moving back to your parents' home for some time. But the duration itself is not significantly long, which can result into a separation. So I would say it is not something which you should really bother about. Just chill. Make sure you are uh, having a trust and faith in the relationship. As long as you can maintain that, it should materialize well. Okay. And I think I told you earlier also, please keep your parents involved. Don't try to run the show by yourself. If you do so, then things will be critical, but it is anyhow not going to result into separation. And this is the third time you are asking a question related to marriage. Okay. and your chart is indicating what you are doing right now, I would suggest you to please navigate your relationship with care, right? Because before marriage, if you are asking such questions, then it indicates that you don't have the necessary trust and belief in this, right? If that's the case, then for sure you are going to have a lifelong turbulence. So I would suggest you to just just believe in this. If you have any doubt, talk to your partner, and all that you should be doing. I'll not look into any more questions related to marriage for you, Kavita, because this is the third time you are asking a question related to marriage, and every day, almost every day, you come and ask something about marriage. So I want you to take a week's time. uh, I will put you in a timeout. uh, I don't know how long I can put you in a timeout. I want you to think about it, right? uh, I think the 24-hour is the maximum. So I am putting you in timeout. Take 24 hours. Think about it. What do you want to do? Is he the right partner for you? Think all these possibilities. Why you are having a thought about separation to nahi ho jayega? I want you to be very clear about it. What exactly is triggering that thought? स्पेकुलेशंस करने यहाँ मत आओ कि सेपरेशन तो नहीं हो जाएगा, अच्छा नहीं होगा, चलो कर लेती हूँ, हो जाएगा, ओ हो, तब तो मैं थोड़ा और केयरफुल हो जाऊंगी. सो दिस इज समथिंग आई पर्सनली फील इज वेस्टेज ऑफ माई टाइम. Okay, so if you have this speculative tendency, then I would say that uh, don't ask any more questions. So I'm putting you in 24-hour timeout, Kavita, and I would request you to take your time, think about it, uh, narrow down the possibility of marrying that person, and whatever is bothering you, whatever is causing this thought process, right? Why is this happening? Why you are thinking in this direction? Note it down, think about it. Once you reach to a conclusion, then ask a single short question about marriage, uh, and then I'll look into it. Till then, take care of yourself. I'm just putting you for 24 hours timeout. Okay, guys. Let's move on. If there is anybody else and has any questions, please do share your questions with me. The question was asked related to marriage. This is the third question asked on the same topic. The user is put on 24 hours timeout. Fine. Usually the Wednesdays are very simple to handle, because only a bunch of people would come on Wednesdays. So that's a good thing. I'm just going to use this time to close a few open items. But I'm available if anybody has any questions. Please feel free to ask. Okay, somebody is asking on our WhatsApp number, who is that? Can't you ask here? So the numbers are not to ask your questions there on WhatsApp. So the question is, what is the technique we are using for numerology? Okay. I'm not sure if you're listening me or not. Uh, what do you mean by technique we are using? So there are several techniques in terms of calculating the numbers, right? So everybody, and specifically the changes, major changes would happen when it comes to calculation of the name, right? So there are different techniques for that, which people use based on their comfort and whatever they feel is right. So similarly, we also do. I would not call out the specific technique which is being implemented by Lacuna Astro, because that is something we want to keep private. So I would never tell that. Second thing, we use LoshuGrid for the surface level behavioral analysis, right? And uh, there can be different opinions about it, why we use LoshuGrid. I also don't care about that. Everybody can have their own opinions, and why the hell I'm going to bother about it, right? So that's very simple thing. Now, why I use LoshuGrid is not because somebody in India talks about it and he claims to be the best guy to who understands LoshuGrid. So that's not the motivation. I have read sufficient content on it, and I feel that it's a technique which really, works. So, and when you are looking for a science, right, which is slightly on the lines of pseudoscience, right? So there, you must look for a technique which gives you sufficient confidence on it, right? So for example, if we just look at the LoshuGrid, it's a beautiful amalgamation of two things, right? One is your feng shui and another one is the numerology. So these two things very well fit into LoshuGrid itself. So even just by looking at your LoshuGrid, hey, hi Pooja, how are you doing? Just by looking at your LoshuGrid, we can also do certain predictions about the vastu or the conditioning of your home, right? What are the situations you would have? Even people can talk about आपके उस कॉर्नर में कुछ क्लटर रखा हुआ है and that is the direction you should go and just get it fixed and all that, right? So these are very surface level predictions which can be made just based on the LoshuGrid itself. So when it comes to numerological interpretation, we use LoshuGrid as a basis for that. Now, there can be difference of opinions. Somebody can say that we don't believe in this and that, and whoever is not believer of that, and they can just leave and go. But that is what we have, and that is what we use for the surface level introspection. And I mean, there are a lot of things, right, which we can talk about when it comes to LoshuGrid. What exactly we can talk about? I mean, what is the basis for this, right? For example, as I said, it is a very good combination of it is a very good combination of, as I said, Vastu and Vastu in the sense Feng Shui and numerology. So these two things very well function into it. So for example, when I say Feng Shui, it is nothing but an art of balancing the energies, right? What energies we are talking about? Talking about the elements, right? The specific elements like wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So these are the elements which are very well documented within the feng shui zone. So now, if somebody really wants to get into the area of numerology, I would say that potentially LoshuGrid can be a good point to start, as long as you understand it right. When I say understand it right, what do I mean by that? So, understanding of LoshuGrid means very simple, right? You have to have understanding of these elements so that you can really assess and analyze if there is a excess of a specific element, then what are you going to experience? If there is, you know, any specific element is missing, then what is the experience you are going to get? So all this is very beautifully documented as part of the LoshuGrid. So go buy a specific book where these things are pretty well documented, and then definitely you can start exploring in this direction, and it is definitely going to help you. Now, why we use it, I think I have told you, and LoshuGrid is what we use. uh, Rest all, I think, remains, let it remain a misery. I would not like to talk more about that. How we do it, how do we do the interpretation, what are the combinations it has, what is the meaning of a specific plane, if a specific number is missing in a specific plane, then what it means. So it's a quite wide subject to cover. So I would not go into the details of that we use for our purpose. But if anybody really is looking for any details around that, then there is a sufficient content available on internet. And Lacuna Astro is not in the business of teaching these things. So, and that's the point. I would say that we would not go beyond that, so we'll not discuss anything further on this. So as far as technique is concerned, that is what we use when it comes to numerology. Now we do have a token, and that is coming from Pooja. So, Pooja, is there any question, or you just wanted to show me that you have a token? If you have a question, please let me know. And everybody who is an existing user of Lacuna Astro must share their token. Without token, I can't really look into your charts. No, Pooja, I would not be able to help you on this. I mean, why are you throwing your confusion on me, right? I would not be able to clear your confusion. So you have to have the choices. I want to do this or this. Between these two things, I am confused. Otherwise, why you want me to go and do this circus, right? So you have to be clear. I would not take your confusion on me. I would be able to help you get out of that. In what thing you are confused? What exactly you are not able to decide, right? If you can just call it out, well and good. Otherwise, why would I go and look for somebody who is having no clue about life, and I am defining the purpose for their life? So that is not what we are here to set. What we are trying to do here. Okay, Pooja. So if you have a specific question, please ask that. Don't throw random, vague questions. I don't have sufficient time for that. Guys, just give me a minute. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Sunny Bunny, this is the link for you. Sunny Bunny, this is the link for you. This is the book I was talking about yesterday. This is available on Amazon. You can get it from there. It talks everything, right? It includes everything. That starts from how to manage the cards, how to store the cards, what affirmation you have to have before you start using the cards, and how to use these specific cards, right? What if you are drawing multiple cards for a specific question, then how to deal with that? Okay. And this book is written in very simple words, covers pretty much everything what somebody needs to know when it comes to tarot cards. So don't watch the random videos, and this is a message for everybody, not for Sunny Money. Don't watch random videos out there, because that may have a self interest. And when there is a self interest involved, the information can be malicious or can be, modified to a level where you may fall in trap. There can be gaps, and those gaps can lead to a confused state rather than having a clarity on it. So read this book, small book, very good content, very simple English, which you can read, good examples, which allows you to really learn how to interpret. And if somebody is interested, read this book. This is really good book for tarot card. Now let's go ahead and who is next? Pooja Ghosh. Career is starting a bit late, and most likely, if you are trying to get into a government job, then potentially you should look for uh, education field, if you may be interested in that. And that is what you should be looking for. Otherwise, overall, your potential for studies okay. There are certain suggestions given to you just to make you more concentrated on your studies that I don't feel you have taken under account. So, mm, anyways, that's your prerogative whether you want to do it or not. But that is what I see here as. But you haven't asked any specific questions, so I can't really answer you specific things. Yeah, so education field is what I would suggest you to please concentrate on. That is what I would suggest you. I can just quickly look into whether there is a possibility of job in the near future or not. And you have been suggested certain things. If you can please consider doing that, that is going to help you. You still have a year to go. Somewhere in 2027 June till November of 2027 is when you would be seeing ample of opportunities for you getting materialized. Before that, I don't think uh, there is a good chance for you to really crack. Fine. Education field, and then just wait for the right time. Who is next? Guys, you must share your token. In absence of your token, I would not be able to look into your charts. Anybody who is not sharing their token, I would not be able to help them. Next one we are picking for Abhishek. So we are looking for the possibility of he starting a business. The specific combination we are concentrating on is 2, 7, 10, 11. Um, there are two planets which are in absolute support for it, Rahu and Jupiter. 2027 July is when you should target, Abhishek, if you are really looking for anything considerable in this area. 2027 July. Even you can try in the month of October, late October, and somewhere in November 2026. And there is a possibility there as well. Uh, but this will be, I think, yeah, this will be a good one. Right? The window is pretty short. So if within a month's time, if you can get all formalities done and have your business up and running within a month's time, at least have one invoice created in the month of November. Because that month is supportive, but it's a small window. That is the reasoning I was suggesting you to look for a slightly longer horizon, and that is coming in 2027 July. That will give you ample of opportunity to stabilize things. What do I mean by stabilization? Stabilization means you can have a duration in which you can just set up things, have a few invoices and clients uh, built during that time, and that gives you a rhythm. So the November window is good enough for you to start, but I don't feel that it is giving you ample of opportunity or the time which can really, uh, make it work. So as long as you can find a time frame in which uh, there is a sufficient time with you, right? Yeah, that's good. That's really good. You continue doing that. I would suggest you uh, to wait for a time which is considerably long. So the time starts from 2027 May. Mid of May is when the time would start, and that's a considerably long time. No, I am not suggesting anything related to Moon and Mars, and that's nowhere. Moon and Mars is coming where? Yeah, so that duration I haven't even covered, right? So I'm not even considering that. Okay, let's move on. So, I mean, in general, here in the live, what we do, right? We look for a very straightforward combinations. If that has been formed by any of the planets, rather than going into the complexities, right? We just simply focus on that, because that is the better option for you to look for the opportunity rather than finding the balance between two planets and then try to materialize that in anything which is extremely critical. Definitely you should be trying that, but otherwise you should look for the time frames where planets themselves are self sufficient to help you execute that specific operation. Obviously I understand you are looking at the karka and other things, right? And just trying to find out whether it is fitting into that specific zone or not. So that is what you are trying to do, which is also a good approach. But again, two planets coming together, and then you should look at other dimensions also. Just nadi would not be enough in that case. – 2027 May is when I would suggest you should look for this opportunity. And Abhishek, I would say that your numerological chart is not uh, very supportive to the business. So, I mean, if you could have come to me, and if I were informed that, right, that you, whether you know or you don't know about astrology, then my prediction could have been slightly different starting from the numerological chart. I would have said to you that proceed with caution, because numerological chart is not in favor of that. So it is indicating two things. One is instability in the relationships, and also instability in a business or job. So that is where I would say, proceed with caution. Look for the time which is absolutely in favor. Don't rush. If you do so, then I'm not very comfortable saying that things will work out in your favor. And since you have already experienced some mental turbulence during this time, right, when Moon and Rahu were coming together, so that also indicates that there is a possibility of you getting into some sort of mental pressure during that time. Reasoning is very simple, because I mean, there are multiple derivatives of it, just to be very clear. If you are just counting on Moon, then it is forming the 511 as well. So that also indicates that during that time you may get somebody and get indulge into some sort of, love and affair or things like that can also happen. So that inclination is also there. It is also involving 12 there. So the combinations are having multiple reflections. So rationalization of that time can become a bit uh, complex thing, right? And that is the reasoning I said that it can't be then answered just by nadi. You have to look into the other dimensions as well, your past experiences and other things. So based on that, I would say that go for it. but look for the time when it is absolutely in favor. Otherwise, you suffering would not help anybody. And that was the reasoning I just moved out of it. I mean, I'm just telling you because you have a tendency to ask cross questions, right? Anybody else, if you have shared your questions, if you have any specific questions, let me know. And just wanted to let everybody know that if you may be wondering, right, what is being used here to do the readings, so I'll clearly let you know, guys, that we are using LoshuGrid to do the behavioral analysis, and that is the only point where it is used. It also has reflection on career and relationships. So we give weightage to that because our research so far has indicated that the time, not the time, the predictions in specific areas coming from the LoshuGrid are very accurate. So we give weightage to that when a specific prediction is being made. So I would say, guys, feel free to ask any questions you have and allow us to look into your chart. We are using LoshuGrid as the first line of interpretation, which allows us to do the objective assessment of your behavior. Second technique we use is Nadi, that is used to predict the specific time. And the third one is the simple Parashari technique, which allows us to look into the specific uh, state as a planet is, right? Which house it is sitting, which Rashi it is sitting, what is the avastha of it, whether it is retrograde or not, whether it is combust or not. So all those things are being analyzed there. And at the end, the derivative of that Parashari data set is nothing but the Shatbal. So these all things come together and then we try to give you the answer. So that is what is the purpose of the dashboard which comes here. So I would say um share a very crisp and clear and focused question. As long as you can do that, I can assure you that we are trying to do the right thing, and most likely we are going to give you the best possible answer as far as astrology is concerned. There can be some glitches, there can be some here and there, some disagreements can be there, but it's part of the reading, right? We are doing it live and we are doing it with the minimal details, right? Without knowing where you are, what you do, what your specific surroundings, where you have brought up. So those things are not known to us. So, and those things really influence a lot of things. So yeah, who is next? Navya. So Navya, just one thing I wanted to let you know. The Navya, if you are still there, there is a story I wanted to tell everybody. Navya, if you are there, let me know. Navya, I'm waiting for your confirmation before I read your chart. I think we don't have Navya. Hey, hi Navya. So just wanted to tell you that I have a great respect for. I think you were born in Mysore, right? Yeah, Mysore. So I have a great respect for that place. That is because I have been there. I have been there in Mysore multiple times when I was there in Bangalore. So that is one reasoning. Second reasoning is there is a very um, learned personality who lives there, and her name is Dr. Shashikala Rao. So I have never met her in my life, but uh, and she's available on YouTube. You guys can go and just see her. And so Dr. Shashikala Rao has a really great experience in astronomy, and she is also pretty good in astrology. So Dr. Shashikala Rao is somebody who has created a lot of videos on Bhav Chalit, Shripati Paddhati, unequal house, and all those things, right? So, just wanted to let everybody know in Lacuna Astro, the implementation of Shripati Paddhati is done with the reference of the videos which Dr. Shashikala has created, and that is there on the YouTube. So if anybody is interested learning what is Shripati Paddhati and what it means, what role it plays when it comes to Bhav Chalit and other things, right? So I would advise all of you to go and do that. I just wanted to share my respect for her because she is a great astrologer and extremely good in astronomy, and she deserves all the praise. And because of her knowledge, we managed to do the Bhavchalit. We read a lot of books. We have tried different sources of information, but the way she has explained things, I haven't seen anybody doing with such a precision and with such accuracy. So if you guys want, then please go and subscribe to her channel. She's a great personality. Let's go ahead and see what Navya has. I'm creating Navya's profile. Just hold on, guys. Navya, this is your token. Navya, please keep it handy. And next time when you come, I would expect you to share this. Navya, one thing I can assure you that you are going to be definitely a working woman. You will be working. There is a very low possibility of you being a homemaker. Obviously, you will be a married woman. You will have a family. You will have everything, whatever is required. But uh, on the long term horizon, you will be a working woman. That's the possibility there. I'll just look for competitive exam, right? The possibility of clearing the competitive exam. I'm not focusing on job aspect here. And just to let everybody know, when we focus on competitive exams, then it involves multiple houses. As long as those houses are at play, you would get to see a considerably positive response. If they are not, then multiple planets needs to come together to materialize that specific event. So in this specific case, since the question is related to whether she would be able to clear the exam or not, we are going to concentrate on the combinations like 4 9 11, 4 11, 5 11, 6 11. So these are the combinations which we need to concentrate on. Okay. So as far as, I means, you can't find all the combinations, right? Definitely you can find some. And as long as that combination is falling in a specific time zone, time dasha, then I'll just look at it and tell you in next 3 months what is the possibility. If the result comes in that, or you have given the exam in that duration, then you can get your answer as yes, you would. If not, then God knows. Here in the live session, we just look into 1 year horizon. We don't go beyond that. Okay. So I see that 611 is beautifully formed and 511 is beautifully formed. Mm, 4911 is there, but it is very weak. So, okay. 411 is also not formed. So we have to rely on these two combinations only, and we need to see whether it is possible or not. So you are currently in Chandrama Rahu and Chandrama Guru. So that is what is coming for you. And after that, Chandrama Shani. So Mars, Rahu, Guru, Shani. So that's the order of the dashas, right? So we are looking at the Prityantra dashas, and that is what is predominantly changing at the moment. So just hold on. The current time is having contradictory details here, right? For example, it is also indicating that you may be in love with somebody. That is also a reflection I'm getting, so I can't really count on that because it is having. Hold on, hold on. Now, have I given you a token? Yes, I think I have. Just hold on. Guys, you can generate your own tokens. These tokens you can generate through Lacuna Astro application. It is available on App Store and Play Store. Uh, the app is free. Anybody can generate that. And if you do so, then it would be it would be a good one. Means we can save a lot of time, right? So Navya, this is your token. Just keep it handy next time when you come. This is what would be required. Earlier, I was looking at somebody else's dasha, uh, Navya. So just ignore what I said earlier, right? Uh, Currently, you are in Shukra, Chandrama, Mangal. So that is the dasha which is starting from March. Shukra, Chandrama is what you are currently going through. So if you have given any exams between January to till March, right? So that is what we are looking at. Just hold on. There is a very strong possibility of you clearing the exam. At least one of them you are definitely going to clear. Chandrama, Mars. Yeah. So there is a very strong support at the sublord level, and that is being supported by multiple planets who are coming in the dasha. So I can confidently say that multiple combinations are being formed there, which is a very strong possibility of happening the event, Navya. So I can say very confidently say that uh, there is a strong possibility of happening this event. And Navya, I would say that it's my humble request. When the results are out, right? Uh, Please come back and let me know whether the specific event happened or not. We hear a lot of people responding back to us, and we know what predictions are going true and what predictions are failing. In this specific case, I mean, we do a lot of predictions for the exams, right? But that is far in the future. But in your case, I see that that event is happening in next 2-3 months time frame. At least I deserve to know what is the outcome, Navya. If you don't mind, it's my humble request. When the results are out, I want you to come back and confirm here, or you can confirm to our WhatsApp number also. Uh, that will give us, more confidence on the algorithm which we are building. Uh, this is going to be documented against your YouTube token, so don't worry about it. We would have this history that this is the discussion we had. I would just have a request that whenever you get the outcome, just let us know whether it was a positive or it was a negative result. That's the only request we have from you. Guys, I will be closing the session in next 40 minutes. So if anybody has their questions, please send it ASAP. Otherwise, I would stop taking any more questions. Thank you, Navya. Thank you so much for giving me confidence that you are definitely going to come back and confirm the current time is favorable and the results will be good. I also want to say, I mean, it's very less likely to happen. I mean, on everyday basis, we do this live around 1 hour, and it goes up to 2 hours because because of a lot of people sharing their details, and we are not doing it the way others do. So we take a lot of time to really analyze and then answer. Uh, I just want to call out one thing very clearly, that I haven't seen. Uh, I mean, so a lot of people come to ask prediction about the competitive exams and other things, but it's very rare to see a profile where the combinations are extremely good and favorable. So when it happens once in a while, uh, we do have a couple of live cases with us where people have cleared the exams. So that's the reasoning I request everybody to please come back and give your honest feedback when the predictions go right. And if anybody is suggested that it's not going to happen, so most likely it's not going to happen. And second thing, most likely none of the remedies are going to work. So there are a couple of things you can do. For example, let's say during the studies your mind is not helping you grasp whatever you are reading, then we can help you with the specific mantras which you can do for enhancing your brain capabilities, and that is what we can definitely suggest. There can be other issues in terms of you not being feeling grounded, right? So there are different grounding techniques you can use using specific elements on your body, which helps you feel grounded. So that is what we can assist you with. But if a specific event is denied at a specific time frame, then most likely it won't happen without any external support, and that is where a specific remedy or a specific thing would be requested you to do. Yeah. So in live sessions, we generally don't suggest anybody anything because that requires a little bit of deeper introspection into your chart before that suggestion is being made. सो डोंट फील बैड दैट ये बस देखते हैं और टाइम बता देते हैं, कुछ उपाय नहीं बताते हैं. उपाय ना बताने की वजह है. सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू गाइस. वी हैव जस्ट covered Navya. Now I'll be adding a few more folks into the queue, and the gravity of your question, the quality of your question would decide whether I'm going to add you or not. For example, if somebody is asking रॉकी को रानी मिलेगी क्या, या रानी को रॉकी मिलेगा क्या, तो वो करने के लिए हम यहाँ नहीं बैठे हैं. वो आप जा कर के पूछ लीजिए किसी और से, वो बता देंगे आपको. Here we just want to use the very precise and specific questions which can help us validate the algorithm which we are building. If your questions are something which is on the lines of भविष्य कैसा होगा, शादी कैसी चलेगी, तलाक तो नहीं हो जाएगा, तो वो सारे जो क्वेश्चंस हैं वो बहुत ही स्पेकुलेटिव हैं, बहुत फार इन द फ्यूचर हैं, जिसका हम क्वांटिफिकेशन नहीं कर सकते. So since that cannot be quantified, I would not be really keen to look into that, because that's a waste of time, right? If you have a very specific questions in terms of when is the marriage, right? So then definitely we can look into it. Because if somebody is asking a question related to marriage, that means there is some discussion going on within their family in terms of finding a suitable partner for him or her. So that makes a sense. But if you are not even married or not looking for marriage and directly jumping on a case of divorce, then you are pure a speculative case, and we are not going to entertain you. So make sure your questions have some gravity and is going to add value to this session. When I say value, the pure meaning of the value for me is where I can validate the algorithms and the specific category of the questions which we are building. As long as your question supports that, I would happily take it. Even if it is nearby the questions which we are building, then definitely I would take it. I'm not denying. But any speculative questions would not be entertained, is what I meant to say. For example, somebody is asking spouse NRI होगा क्या? So जो लोग सुन रहे हैं वो जान जाएं, ये उसी कैटेगरी का क्वेश्चन है। रॉकी को रानी मिलेगी क्या? आई सी रवि। रवि, योर क्वेश्चन इज गुड, आई वुड टेक रवि। I have taken Ravi here. Who else is there? Ria. Ria, if you're there, just let me know. We are accepting Ria as well. I see Shrijit. Shrijit ji, if you are still there, let me know. I'm adding you as well in the queue. And guys, please make sure respect my time. I'll respect your question with best of my knowledge. If I have missed anybody, Sharan. Sharan ji, if you are still there, I am adding you as well. See, Satya is asking, Sita and Satya, uh, when we get married. मुझे क्या पता, वो सीता के पापा से पूछो ना. He will tell you when you would get married. Satya, go and ask Sita's father. He will tell you. Okay. So Satya, I would say that this is a very good question. I'm not trying to make fun of you, right? I'm just saying, uh, you as Satya, go and ask Sita's father, sir, when can you think of marrying her to me, right? So जाके उनसे पूछो. He will give you more precise answer than I can, right? Probably you should go with the helmet on, right? Because he may give you something else also, which is surprising element for you. So I would say, rather than asking me, go and ask Sita's father. Hmm? Or if you really want to ask me, then first of all, I'll not look into it because it requires two profiles to be created. I wouldn't do that. Uh, what you can do, you can just go and try the Lacuna Astro application. Compatibility reports are absolutely free because there are a lot of people who have suggested. In last 5 days, around 570 plus reports have been generated so far, and that is on the basis of the compatibility. So Satya, this is something which we have built with absolute love and care, and it is there in the application. So you go and check your compatibility with your partner. That is the first thing you should do. As far as time is concerned, if you have your chart created, you can share the token. Definitely I can look into it when you are going to be ready for that. I'll give you one example, right? So I had uh, a specific chart from New Zealand, and the boy and girl both are there in the New Zealand, and I could see that the boy is his chart is having the conditions necessary to get married, and that is the reasoning he started pursuing girls, seeing girls who are serious for the marriage. And the girl he found, right, the very first interpretation I gave to him, to his family, that the girl is under the pressure of the family, and that is the reasoning she is meeting him. Otherwise she is not interested in marriage. And today afternoon we got the message that girl is not interested in marriage. So that is what I'm saying, Satya. Go and talk to her father. He would tell you when is the right time. Let's move on. I think we have enough requests for today. I'll add two more. Let me see whom we can add. Raja. I'm adding Raja as well. I'm adding Raja as well. Anybody else if I have missed? Anybody whom I have missed? Puneet. We'll add Puneet as well. And this is going to be the Puneet or Punita? Punita. Punita. This is the last request for today. Sharon, you are also added to the queue, so you should be happy about it. I think we are done for today. We have added everybody whomever we wanted to cover today. So I'll just tell you the names, and anybody else apart from that can leave the session. You need not to be here. You can come tomorrow. The names which we are going to cover today is for Ravindra Babu. That is one thing we are going to cover, one person. Ria we are going to cover. Shijit we are going to cover. Sharan we are going to cover. Raja Agrawal we are going to cover. And Punita. So this is the list for today. Yeah. Others, please go and try some other great minds who are offering this. जाकर के आप पता करिए कि आपका राहु किसको देख रहा है, उसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है. Ravindra Babu, if you are there, please confirm your availability. Ravindra Babu, quickly confirm. Sahnaz, we are not going to add you. Please come tomorrow. We are creating the profile for Ravindra Babuji. Vijayawada. Who is name Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. Ravindra, this is your token. Ria, you are added to the queue. You are in the queue, so don't worry about it. Ravindra, this is your token. Please keep it handy. Ravindra Babu, what are you asking? Presently, I am facing financial problem. Waste time, financial growth in my life. Ravindra, can you specify when this problem started? Ravindra, when exactly this problem started, and also specify, are you working or not? Because see, if you are in a financial problem, there can be multiple reasons, right? Maybe you have taken a loan because of some family conditions and you are not able to just pay it off. This can create a financial problem. Maybe your job is gone So what is the situation? Financial problem can be initiated because of multiple factors, right? So you asking that when is it is going to get away, I would say that I would not be able to really give you the answer for that. I would request you to ask for a question where the area or the thing which you feel is good enough or is potentially has the capability to help you pay off your or correct your financial conditions. For example, having a better job or uh, having a business, you have to specify that, because when would you come out of your financial condition has a multiple possibilities through which you can get out of it, right? I would not start looking into all the possibilities here in the live session. So I would say specify what field or what specific area you think can help you get out of it. If you can't make it out, then you can change your question in such a way, uh, whether you can continue your job or move towards business, something like that is what you need to ask. Just focusing more on how do I get my financial condition corrected has a multiple possibilities through which it can be corrected. So now, are you asking me to look into all the possibilities? Then I would say sorry, I would not do so. uh, I hope you got the point, right? So your token is ready. Think about it. When you reach to a point, what you think can help you fix this, answer it here. Then I'll open your chart again. Otherwise, I'm moving on to the next person. So this is your token. I want you to think what is specific action of yours can help you get out of the financial condition. If you can't even think about it, then you are not able to manifest the necessary uh, force, the necessary condition which is really going to take out of this condition, this situation. What do I mean by that? Astrologers can tell you anything, but where exactly is the manifestation happening? It is happening within you. So if you can't even think about what exactly is going to pull out of that situation, then I think you are here just to yeah. So now you are moving in a right direction. I'm liking it. Go a little bit more deeper into it. Have you faced these losses because of the real estate? Then the potential look for me would be whether this business is right or not, right? Or you should start looking at some different possibilities. I loved it. You are going in a right direction. So just think a little bit more about it. Don't worry. Even if I close the session, I would allow you to connect with me offline. So don't worry about it. But I want you to think through. I want you to be very clear about it. What exactly is going to make you get out of it? Why I'm saying that? If you can't really look into that, the manifestation would not happen. Me telling you that this is what you do is not what is the answer. You have to really be sure what you have, what can really help you get out of a specific situation. And then we can see whether that's the right direction or you need to tweak. Okay, so I'll give 2-3 minutes to Ravindra to think about it, and then we'll come back to him again. Ria, if you're there, let me know. And Ravindra, my intention is not to irritate you. Huh? So my intention is very simple. I want you to thinking very clear. This is what I want to do, and this is what I think I would be good enough to do and achieve considerable success. If you can think of that, then we can see when exactly the possibility of you succeeding in that is there. If we don't see, then we would suggest no, this is something which is far in the future, or chart is not at all supportive for this. Then you can start thinking in a different direction. But right now, the manifestation starts within you. You have to believe in it. You have to believe in it, right? The people who are doing big things in their life, they believe in something no matter whether it is right or wrong. They believe in something and then they make it happen, right? So, first thing starts from you. So, forget astrology, forget about it. Do you think Elon Musk is going to somebody asking whether I should buy Twitter or not? He bought the Twitter because he wanted to train XAI. He has a vision. He had that clarity. And he knew that Twitter has the data which is necessary for him to make somebody which, you know, can lead the race of artificial intelligence. And that is what made him buy XAI. So he never went to an astrologer asking XAI khareed lun kya, right? He never went to anybody asking whether I should go and start the neural link or not. He has just started it because he believes that the people who are not having physically active life can be reversed through those specific chips which are planted in their head. So, मेरा कहना है कि believe in it. Start believing in it, and then the next things would happen. And then only the astrology can also give you certain guidance on this. Otherwise, things wouldn't work. Let's go ahead and look for what Ria has. Ria, what are you asking here? Final result. I'm expecting my final result for my exam in March. Will I get a good rank and the service of my choice? I look for your job. I would not look for exams. Is it a competitive exam, Ria, or it's a college ka degree wala exam? What exam is this? Ravi, let's do one thing. You have a name of my good friend. So I have a very good friend. His name is Ravi. Ravi Tumla. So I would speak to you. So don't worry. Ravi, this is the number I gave you. Ravi, this is the number I gave you. You can just drop a message there, and tomorrow morning I'll speak to you. Okay. So let's have a connect on this. Right now you can just go and chill. I'll call you. I'll personally call you. Okay, so Ria, the last time when you came to our channel was in October 2025. Your question was related to the UPSC, and our prediction was that the chances of good result is low in November. Try next year is what we predicted, right? Ria. So in October, that was the prediction. I feel that your exam was most likely conducted in the month of November, I think. So that is when it was conducted, and that time we were not using Nadi, right? We were using Parashari during that time. That is what we had. We were having the combination of Parashari and the Numerology coming together, and that is what was driving the predictions during that time. Now the predictions have been taken to the next level with the introduction of Nadi, and very soon we are also introducing the Bhrigunandi Nadi is also going to be part of the prediction engine. So now I would like to revisit what we predicted during that time, and just to see whether the prediction still has the gravity or not. So just give me 2 more minutes, and let me cross check it. Okay. Guys, we are closed for today. We have already made the list. Anybody who is coming new, and if we don't have you in the list, feel free to leave. I would not be able to look into your chart, and you are losing potentially good astrologers out there, right, who are offering such things. So you can go and ask them. But for today, the session is already closed. We have already made the list of people who are going to be part of today's reading. If anybody is interested, they can come tomorrow. if you are genuinely serious about what you are asking, if you are here for just fun, then enjoy the show. So, Ria, I'm just checking for the competitive exams. Just hold on. Charan, you are not in the list. The last in the list is Puneet, and you're not in the list. I have to say sorry. And the people who are new to the channel, I want them to really understand one thing. Here on this channel, we never ask anybody to subscribe, we never ask anybody to like, we never ask anybody to stay here, because we do it the way we want to do it. So that's the very simple thing. If you like what we are doing, go and do that. If you really see a meaning, and if you think that in future you would like to come, please consider subscribing. Otherwise you would never get to know when we are coming live. So, but that is your prerogative. We have nothing to ask, right? If you feel comfortable, do it. If you don't feel comfortable, that's absolutely fine. So anybody, why I'm saying this, if anybody is subscribing and thinking that just because they subscribed and we are going to pick up them, is not the case. We do have a very decent chronologically maintained list here. We pick up the folks from there. It is not something which we are randomly picking based on the choice we have. So please respect our time. And anybody who is coming new, I have to say sorry, we are not going to take you. You can come tomorrow if you want. Otherwise, a lot of knowledgeable person are sitting there. You can just go and ask them. So you are in, currently you are in the Dasha of Shani, Surya, Shani, and Shani, Surya, Buddha, Riya. That is the current transit you are going through. And the exam which you have given in the month of November, so that you have given in the Shani, Surya, Guru. Okay. Okay. Anybody new who is messaging, please guys, come tomorrow. We are closed for today. So one thing I would like to revise here, Ria, if we just look at the Nadi, right? The month of November till December, right? Nadi is giving absolute support for clearing the exam, right? And even through Parashari, we said the possibility is low. We never said that it's not going to happen. We said that it's low. but Nadi is giving a very strong indication of clearing it, right? Now coming to the December, uh, so December has an overlap, right? But the majority of time around 28th of December, I think the entire December is covered in that case. So the same dasha continues there, right? So the time seems to be quite favorable. So I feel the results should be very positive, is what I feel. Just give me one more minute. Have you already gone through your interviews and other things, Ria? Can you confirm, please? If not, and if your interview is somewhere in the month of December or in coming months, right? Then the possibility is pretty strong. The time is very supportive. Can you confirm when you appeared for the interview, Ria? Nice. On 19th. Fine. So it happened in the same dasha, right? So I'm really happy that we never denied that. We said that it is most likely going to happen. Oh, I mean, possibility was low, but we never said no. So that's a good thing. Nadi is supportive to it. So I would say stay put, wait for the good outcome. March. Let me see that also. Let me see that slot also. Just hold on. Shani Surya Buddha. Extremely favorable time. I'm very positive for this. So even the March time frame is also very supportive. Whenever you get the final outcome, and I'm really happy that you came today and confirmed to that. Highly appreciated. I would say that whenever the final outcome is there, right? I would request you to please come and confirm again. That gives us the validation, right? And this really gives us, great confidence. So I would say all the best. uh, Good job. And your chart is decent and you have done the same thing, good thing. So all the best. Whenever you get the outcome, final outcome, let us know. Okay. Okay. Fine. Who is next? Shrijit, if you are there, please let me know. Mr. Shrijit. After Shrijit, we would have Sharon, and then we would have Raja, and then we would have Puneet. So this is the order for today. Rest all, I would request you to please come tomorrow. Today's session is already closed. Anybody who is messaging right now, I would request them to please come tomorrow if you want. Today's session is already closed. Shrijit, if you are there, let me know. Sharon, Sharon, if you are there, let me know. Sharon, thank you so much for confirming. I think Srijit is no longer there. We'll leave him and move on to the next participant, and his name is Sharon. Can you share another name? I don't see this place in our database. In our database, it's not there. Is there any nearby place if you can share? Likita, Likita, the session is closed for today. If you don't mind, please come tomorrow. This question is not a question of life and death, right? So we can connect tomorrow if you don't mind. Thank you. This place is there. Thank you so much. I wanted to let everybody know our platform was used by a lot of astrologers, and today, as part of the cleansing process, around 23 astrologers who were using Lacuna Astro. Now, the question can be, how do we know whether they are astrologer or not? Because those accounts have created more than 20 profiles. So anybody who has more than 20 profiles in the world of social media, why the hell you would create 20 profiles? And everybody is having diversified age groups, different caste, different religions. So that is clearly an attempt of using our platform for any consultations. So Lacuna Astro is not built for astrologers, so that I want to be very clear about. Anybody who is trying to do this would be tracked down, would be removed from the platform. So you are ultimately going to lose a lot of things. So guys, please make sure you're not attempting that. For family, you can create 100 profiles. We don't care about it. It's all right. But anybody using our platform to fool somebody or use it for their benefit, I would not allow that. So that's a very clear message to everybody if somebody is astrologer and listening me. So please don't do that, because at the end of the day you would be on the losing side. We don't have any plans of opening the platform for astrologers. So I would suggest everybody to download Lacuna Astro. It's freely available. You can create thousands of profiles as long as the profiles belongs to your family. If you are creating profiles for somebody else and using Lacuna Astro for consultation purposes, I have ways and means to find out the purpose of usage, and as long as that has been tracked down, those people would be removed. So it's a very fair thing, I believe, because we don't have any intentions to allow anybody to use the platform for extended predictions. So I would say please proceed with caution. Okay, guys. Sharon. So Sharon, I would like to I would like you to emphasize on one thing. When you say career breaks, what do you do in your career breaks? So, for example, you did a job for 2 years and then took a break for one year, and again you resumed your career. So, what exactly you do in that 1 year time frame? Anything is specific? It's a kind of sabbatical you take and just go and focus on your hobbies and your interest, and then you return back to your mode of income. Can you just emphasize a little bit on that? Okay, fine. No problem. Just hold on. This is a fair enough input. We are we are looking at Sharon's chart now. Sharon, this is your token. Al_MVQM is your token. Please keep this with you. Uh, Shankar, if you want, I would love to speak to you offline. There is still one more to go, one more year to go for you, Shankar. I can clearly see what is causing this problem. You are in Shukra Mahadasha at the moment. And Shukra is having reasonably, I would say most of the times when you would have lost your job, right, it would have given benefit to somebody else, right? So every loss of yours would have given a benefit to somebody in your team. So that is what I can say just by looking at the nadi at the moment. But I can also call out one thing that you in Parashari the answer is very clear why you would be facing that challenge. So keeping that in mind, I would say I would love to speak to you. Uh, that's fine, Shankar. I would love to speak to you because I see there is a reasonable concern there, and there is still one more year to go. So in 2027, somewhere at the end of the 2027, considerable stability would start coming. Okay, so I would say itna lamba you have just survived, right? So why not to stretch a little bit more? If you want, I would love to speak to you. Just I have given you the number. Tomorrow we can have a call. But I would say that ठीक है, you have gone through these issues. Now, Shambhavi Priya, session is closed for today. You can come tomorrow. Please don't mind. The session is now closed. We are just covering the existing folks. So, Sharon, we can speak tomorrow if you want. And I can see the clear reasoning why it is happening. I just want to explain it to you. If you want, I can talk to you. If you don't want, that is also fine. My comment is available to you now. Uh, the 1 year time is still there you have to go and see that and face that, and then the stability would start falling in place. uh, that's fine, Sharon. That is fine. Wait for one more year. Everything would be fine. You are in the transit of Venus. Venus is, you are a male, right? For you, Venus is the Karaka for your wife, right? And the positioning of the Venus in your chart is clearly having a area of concern. So that is what you are experiencing. Now, I have nothing else to add here. Okay. So I would say that wait for 1 year, and after 1 year, anyhow, things would start improving in your life. In this 1 year time frame, there is a very small remedy you can do. When you speak to us, definitely we would be able to answer you, and we would be able to guide you what you can do in order to see in the improvements there. But you can't do anything for this next 1 year except waiting for it and doing the right things, rather than getting frustrated and having friction within your family. That is definitely not the way, right? Because it is not helping your wife and it is not helping you. So that's the bottom line. Now, I would say this is the number. You can reach out to us, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Uh, Tomorrow morning around. Let me check my calendar. Just hold on. So 11:30 to 12 is the only slot we have for tomorrow in the morning time, or evening after 4:30. Uh, we have some time for around 2 hours. So 11:30, around 11:30, I'll call you, or after 4:30 is when you should expect my call. In between, don't call, because I would be engaged in something else. So let's connect tomorrow. Guys, I have just taken the notes of the situation and what we have to do to improve it. And tomorrow morning, when we speak, I think I would be able to help you further. Raja, if you are there, let me know. And after Raja, we'll take Punita. And afterwards, we'll close the session. A few people have ready-made messages. For example, the last one, right? Like 12. We do have around 26 likes right now. And I see that like 12. What the hell is this? So these kind of people have pre-written messages and they just send it to everybody. Um, but anyways, that's okay. Raja, if you're there, let me know. We are going with Raja now. And after Raja, we'll go to Punita, and afterwards, the session would be closed for today, and it would resume tomorrow at 8:39 p.m. Around 8:30 or 9 is when the session would start. We are creating the profile for Raja Agrawal. Katak. Raja, this is your token. Raja, please keep this token handy. Next time when you come, this is what I would be expecting you to share with me. राजा, ये कब से फील कर रहे हो आप? ये सिचुएशन कब से फेस कर रहे हो? हाँ, कब से बिजनेस किया है ये बताइए ना. आई एम जस्ट लुकिंग एट 1 ईयर होराइजन. तो यहाँ तो मुझे दिख रहा है. मुझे तो दिसंबर से दिख रहा है कि दिसंबर से आपके लॉसेस थोड़े से बड़े होंगे. बट यू स्पेसिफाई व्हेन एग्जैक्टली यू स्टार्टेड बिजनेस? 1999? तब से सरवाइव कर रहे हो आप बिजनेस में लॉसेस के साथ? थोड़ा डाउट हो रहा है मुझे अब आपके ऊपर. 1999, you were in the dasha of Rahu, Shukra Shani. Okay, fine. I would accept what you said. Hold on. Fine. Fine. And you would have gone through an insulting situation also. Okay. Raja, let's work it on offline. I would also like to speak to you. This is the number. Let's connect offline on this. Because I see that there are time frames in which you would have felt good, right? You would have seen some level of recovery. But obviously, there are very frequent, the planets which are very frequently occurring are indicating certain situations in which you may be experiencing this turbulence. But what I would say that let's connect on this offline, because I want to track down the entire timeline, right? When you did what and what was the experience you had, right? As long as we can track that down, I would be more comfortable having further discussion with you. But right now, I would just say this time is not very favorable. The current time itself, the time which you are currently going through. So it is not going to show. Yeah, so those short periods are there. So I want to track it down. I want us to work on it. There are no charges for it. I would speak to you. We would work on it together. We'll create a timeline when exactly it happened so that the specific planets and the behaviors can be tracked down. I can still see, I can still do the interpretation for this. But what if we work together and try to work it out together? यहाँ कोई monetary benefits नहीं है, यहाँ कोई और interest नहीं है, except making sure the predictability reaches to a point which is far more accurate than anything which is offered right now by anybody. So, on that pursuit, I would request you to allow me to connect with you with all your permission. If you want, I have given you the number. Just drop a message there. Tomorrow, sometime after 4:30, because I have already promised somebody, so morning I would cover that guy. And evening 4:30, I would be giving you a call. It would be around half an hour discussion. During that time, we would try to track down all the events which you have faced starting from 1999 till today, and whatever was the experience, why it what caused this, what impact it had on your personal life and other things, right? That all we would like to document before we go for the further interpretations. So I want to do it right. I want to do it in the objective fashion, as long as you are willing to participate in this discussion. So I'm looking forward to speaking to you tomorrow. For now, you can just leave, and rest assured, as long as you message, I'll definitely give you a call. So now I'm going to Punita. And Raja, I want to tell you that I see that there are mix of baggage, right? Where I see majority of the time you would be in losses, but there would be times when you would have recovered also. So let's work it out, and we'll try to find out the specific actions which you can start taking in order to make it work. And I would be expecting you to do certain specific sadhanas, specific chantings and other things which I would tell you. Those would be majority of the times on the lines of the beach mantras. So we are not going to ask you to do something which is like demanding you to devote full time in chanting and other things. So it would be small rectifications which you can do in your routine, which would eventually start showing you good outcomes. Obviously, it is going to take at least 2 to 3 weeks time before you start seeing some improvements. But let's have a word on it, right? And then see how things can be corrected. So I'm going to speak to Raja tomorrow. We are going to Punita. Good night, Raja, and let's connect tomorrow. Or if you want, you can go and ask others also. But your problem is not about asking somebody and getting a resolution for that. Your problem is slightly inherent, right? So there has to be a specific approach to be followed. So let's speak tomorrow. Ajmer. गीता हम कल बात करेंगे. Raja will discuss everything tomorrow. You can tell me whatever is the situation you have gone through, and based on that, we'll have further discussion. Abhi ke liye you can just go and have a sleep. And you guys can download Lacuna Astro app also. It's available on App Store and Play Store. It's free application. You can go download it and use it for your benefit. We are doing the last reading for today, and that is for Punita. So, Punita, thank you so much for allowing me to look into your chart. And since this is the last chart for the day, I would look into the longer horizon for you. I would also cover two things you are asking. So, both of those things would be covered as part of this. Okay. And if there is anything which I feel is not mm, giving clear visibility, or I feel that there is lesser information to available to me in order to predict things, then potentially I may request you to connect offline. But that is less likely to happen because your question is quite elaborated. So I'm quite confident that we would be able to get the reasonably good answer. Just give me a minute. Punita. So Punita, I have created your token and I have given that to you. Please keep that handy. I want everybody to be informed that here at Lacuna Astro we create a specific token for you, right? That token is a lifelong token in Lacuna Astro system. The purpose of that token is to allow you to ask any future questions using that. There is another purpose to it, right? So everything, every question you are asking, every time you are coming for the session, every discussion is being documented. So what is the purpose of documenting that? There are two things which are being solved through this. One, we know what we discussed today and what we predicted. Second, next time when you come, obviously that would be most likely a follow up of what we are discussing today. So, how do we know what we discussed last time? How do we correct ourselves? How do we bring more confidence in what we are doing? So, there are multidimensional benefits of doing this, right? So, that's the purpose we are focused on, and that's the intention with which we are working. At the end, whatever we are doing is helping a lot of other people also, because we are in the world of AI, and we are, whatever predictions we are doing, that is completely anonymous. A system is not keeping track of whether this prediction is done for Punita or it is done for Raja. So system is agnostic of that. So in turn, it is a highly sophisticated system which uses extremely data classification techniques to make sure the user privacy is being respected at its core. So I want all of you to just trust on this process. Allow us to build something which is reasonably strong enough and allows you to get the clarity for your questions, for your future. So that's the intent we are trying to work for. Let's proceed for the last reading for today. And anybody who came today, I would request you to please come tomorrow because today's slot is already closed. Tomorrow the session would be starting around 8:30, and anybody who is interested, please be available on time. If you want, you can come with your token. So you can get the Lacuna Astro application, which is available on App Store and Play Store. You can download it from there, create your profile, and token would be there. So when you come, if you share your token, your readings would be far more faster. So we are also coming with a prioritization mechanism. If somebody is sharing their question with a token, then they would get the first slot. So that is what is also coming very soon. So let's do the last reading for the day, and then we will proceed for the closer. We have Punita's profile open. So anybody who is born at the edge of 2000, right? So at the edge of year 2000, if anybody was born, then their numerological chart is pretty much gone case. So predicting anything based on the numerological chart for somebody who is born in the decade of 2000, right? So their chart would be having a lot of missing numbers um, because of the date range and other things, right? So that is there. So I would not emphasize too much on it. As far as question around marriage is concerned, I can say potentially you may be love with somebody and you may be thinking that he's your future XYZ. So that is less likely to happen. Potentially your family would not be in support of that. uh, if that's the case, right? It is purely based on the numerology, and in your case chart is not very mature because of the date range in which you are born. So now, second thing, you may be a very good communicator also, and your chart also indicates that in future you would be a working woman. So you would be working, you would not be sitting at home. You'll be somebody who will be contributing to the growth of the family through monetary point of view. As a housemaker you contribute more than as a working woman, right? Because then you have a possibility to groom your kids for the with more you know social responsibilities. So that's a fair fact, everybody knows about it. But your chart is indicating that you may be in love, and then you would be a working woman, you are a very soft spoken lady. So numerologically we can't go beyond that. Now, possibility of job. Don't try to go for a love marriage if you are seeking any such opportunities. So chart has a very strong support for job. Currently you are in Rahu, both the Rahu Dasha. This time is not favorable for any job opportunities. Even the next slot, which is ending on 8th of 4th of August, is also not very supportive. If you are appearing for any exams during the month of August 2026 till December 2026, most likely it is going to work out for you. So that is what I have to say for you, Punita. So career is there, a good career. Try to appear for anything in the month of August. So starting from August to December is the time frame in which you would be able to see considerable support for the job opportunities. Since your question was related to marriage, just give me a minute, I'll see that also. current time is uh, current time is not very supportive uh, for marriage. अब आपकी जो एजुकेशन होगी उसी फील्ड में लगेगी एजुकेशन. आई डोंट नो, एंड सिंस यू डिडंट आस्क फॉर द एजुकेशन वी हैवंट सीन दैट आल्सो. सो आपने जिसमें भी पढ़ाई कर रखी होगी वहीं लगेगी. अब आप नर्स का पढ़ाई करके इंजीनियर तो बनोगे नहीं ना. बुध गुरु सैटर्न. In case if your parents are seeking any suitable partner for you, then the most probable time when you would find somebody is in the month of April 2027. Most likely you will be in teaching field, not in the field of railways. आप टीचिंग फील्ड में ही जाएंगे एंड मोस्ट लाइकली इट विल बी अ प्राइवेट सेक्टर. गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर नहीं होगा, प्राइवेट सेक्टर होगा. तो रेलवेज का प्राइवेट सेक्टर से कोई लेना देना है नहीं. मैरिज प्लस जॉब. अगर मैरिज आप इस समय में देख रहे हैं 2027 अप्रैल से लेकर के मई के बीच में, तो मैरिज के लिए अच्छा लड़का मिलने के चांसेस हैं. अगर नहीं देख रहे होंगे तो मतलब इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आपको पकड़ के ले जाके शादी करवा देंगे. इसका ये मतलब है कि वो समय ऐसा है जिसमें अगर आपकी फैमिली चाहेगी तो अच्छा पार्टनर मिल सकता है. कर लीजिए आप पुनीता, प्लीज़ आप जारी रखिए अपना परस्यूट. अभी जितना देखा है उसके हिसाब से हमने गवर्नमेंट वाले एंगल पे इतना फोकस किया नहीं है. वेदर इट विल हैपन और नॉट, इट वोंट हैपन. जस्ट होल्ड ऑन, लेट मी सी दैट. रुक जाओ. पॉसिबल है, गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर पॉसिबल है. गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर इज पॉसिबल. जब आपके हों तो आप थोड़ा उससे पहले एक बार आकर के पूछ लीजिएगा, टाइम फ्रेम पूछ लीजिएगा. एग्ज़ाम्स का आप टाइम तो डिसाइड कर नहीं सकते हो कि कौन कब होंगे, दैट गवर्नमेंट वुड डिसाइड. बट ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम what is the possibility, what things you can take care of, what specific mantra chanting you can do during that time, that all I can suggest you with. But for that you have to come to us before you appear for the exam. So if you just simply go for the exam and time is favorable, all well. If time is not favorable and you are appearing for the exam, then taking certain precautions would help. So 12 to 18 July 2026. Buddh Guru. Very good time, go for it. Confidently जाकर के एग्ज़ाम दो. That time is good. The time is good. आप जाकर के एग्ज़ाम दीजिए. Planets are supportive for that event. Awesome. Perfect. So we have reached to the end of the session now. This was the last reading for today, and that was for Punita. We did, as usual, around 10 readings for today, and everybody who came and gave us this wonderful opportunity, a thanks from Lacuna Astro for giving this wonderful opportunity to us. I would also like to say thanks to everybody, whoever allowed us to look into their charts and shared their personal details to a greater length. That really helped us validate the events and map it to the specific time frames in your kundli, which makes a big difference. How? When you share any specific event, provided you are a genuine guy, because we also see a lot of fake people come here and try to spike the readings, and we track them down. We know who is spiking and who is not. So anybody who is trying to spike, I would not tell them anything, but I'll tell them bullshit, and I hope they should be happy with that. So nobody should be trying to spike things here. There are multiple parameters on which your question, your profile, your YouTube profile, and everything is being measured before a question is picked up. So anybody who is falling in the spike category is definitely dropped or is being given a bogus reading. So I would again like to say thanks to everybody who gave this wonderful opportunity to look into your charts. That's one thing. Second thing, I also want to let everybody know that we are introducing Nadi as part of the Lacuna Astro application, where you can see specific sublord and star lord level details for every planet, along with the KP and Amsha based Vimsotri Dasha. That is going to help you do the right predictions by yourself, as long as you have uh, capability to learn and understand how Nadi works. Very soon we do have there is a feature on the roadmap where we are going to introduce predictions, where the Nadi details would be used for it. The last nail in the coffin would be introducing the Bhrigunandi Nadi. So that is what is there in our next 6 months horizon. So after 6 months, Lacuna Astro would be using total 4 techniques for any predictions. One, it would be using numerology. Second, it would be using KP Nadi. Third, it would be using pure Parashari. Fourth, it would be using Bhrigunandi Nadi. So all 4 would be used for any specific individual prediction before the outcome is given to you. So I would say you guys stay tuned. We have already covered 3 techniques. The last one is something which is work in progress, and soon it would be made available to all of you for public use. Till then, we'll keep trying these live sessions. We'll keep doing these live sessions, because this is the only way where I get an opportunity to connect with the real users with the real use cases. And once again, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for trusting us and allowing us to look into your charts, and allowing us to build such a sophisticated algorithm, which is extremely accurate when it comes to predictions. So I'm very positive. I'm looking forward to a bright future for Lacuna Astro and for all of you, because you are the guys who is going to be part of our journey. I also want to announce one thing, that the people who are contributing to these readings, right? I would like to give them something back, right? So when a specific feature comes, and if you have been part of live sessions, and if you have your application and your token, I would like to give you 1,000 coins as a bonus for contributing into the live sessions and allowing us to validate the algorithms. So anybody who is coming here, I would request you all to download the application, keep your tokens ready, because that's a wonderful opportunity for you to get 1,000 coins, which is worth around 500 rupees. So I have no problem doing that, because you are helping us. So thank you so much for that. Punita, I would request you to connect offline now. I have to close, so we are not going to take any more questions from anybody. Once again, thank you so much, everybody. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Tomorrow we would be connecting around 8 again. Till then, good night. Bye.